There is a reason why recruiters use specific methods of interviewing. Today, I'm gonna let you in on a few secrets on how you can interview effectively. So what is the purpose of interviewing? Interviewing simply allows you to determine whether a candidate qualifies for the job. But not only that, it also helps you to assess their values, their personality, and if their goals align with your business goals. This process cannot be determined by one interview alone. So there are techniques and methods put in place in order to be able to get the most amount of information that you need from a potential candidate. Some companies require several face-to-face interviews, which can be quite a tedious process, while as others can make a decision just after one meeting, which, to be quite frank, is not enough information. So I am here today to explain to you that there is a way to make this process effortless and efficient. Steps of the interview process. Interviews can vary depending on the company's practices and protocols, but most interviews generally follow the same format, consisting of the following steps. Screening, first interview, second interview, third interview, and finally, the decision. As effective as this may be, there is a way to create a more efficient and shorter process, still guaranteeing to deliver. If you want to find the best person for the job, it is essential to have a format. And this does require usually several interviews that are thorough and well thought out. So in order to conduct a very efficient interview, it isn't as simple as you may think. And there are a number of things that you do need to consider before meeting with the candidate face to face. Step 1. Be open-minded. It is important that you do have a clear idea of the type of individual that you are looking for. This doesn't just include qualifications and skills, but also personality. You want to make sure that your judgment is clear and that you won't be sidetracked by qualities and experiences that doesn't necessarily align with the role that you are hiring for. So it's really important that you don't overlook the candidate's potential. So before starting your search list, make a list of qualifications, skills, and personality types that you are looking for in the candidate. But most of all, be open-minded when it comes to potential. Someone, for instance, may not be the most qualified, however, they are a fast learner and their personality fits really well with your company's culture. So it's really important to look beyond the basics when seeking a new candidate. Step 2, set up a questionnaire for behavioral interviewing. You should design a specific questionnaire prior to the in-person interview. This questionnaire should be designed to help you get an idea of the candidate's personality. There are many services online that provide questionnaires specific for behavioral interviewing, so I do recommend that you do your own research on this and possibly invest in this kind of service. This will basically save you a lot of time and effort because it will give you a direct insight of whether the candidate will qualify for this role. Behavioral interviewing will save you time and money. This kind of questionnaire is designed to give you a clear insight on the candidate's personality and whether they will fit in for the role. Step 3. Set up phone screening. Now that you have set up your questionnaire and gotten to know a little bit more about your candidate, it's time to set up the phone interview. So the whole purpose of having a phone interview is to simply understand if the candidate meets the initial requirements for the job. This process will also help you narrow down the number of candidates for the in-person interview. And it will help you clarify any issues such as pay, benefits, or anything else that you need to agree upon with the candidate before the in-person interview. This phase also will help you get basic information from the candidate. And ultimately, it will help you assess their communication skills. Simply put, the phone interview will save you time and money. Step 4. Set up the in-person interview. So this is the final phase of the interview process. And by the time you meet with them in person, you will have a pretty good idea of their personality type, communication skills, and you know that they are in agreement with their pay rate, expectations, and policies. So the only thing left is to choose the best candidate. The main benefit of the in-person interview is really to collect more in-depth data, body language, and ask further questions to understand their potential, history, cultural fit, and ultimately to really get to know the candidate. In conclusion, because of the way that this format is designed, by the time you get to the in-person interview, it is going to be much easier for you to select the best candidate for the job. You really want to find a candidate that will elevate you and your business, who will actually want to work for you, who fits in well with your team, and who ultimately will stick around for the long run. I highly recommend you hop onto our YouTube channel because we do have quite a few videos on behavioral interviewing and the best questions to ask when it comes to the in-person interview. And of course, much more. Also, here at Mitsuoka Company, we do offer training services for companies who want to learn how to use efficient hiring techniques. So, if you want to know more about who we are, our services, and how we can help you and your business, you can go to our website or you can simply click the description box below. Mitsuoka Company, the best recruiting business, period.